game, I am willing to jump. 'Cause I've been thinking about crossing the line and just giving. And I'm feeling the way I do. Cause I've been thinking about you all the time, can't get enough. I wanna make it with you. This time I'm gonna be true. Only you move me to the rhythm. Only you move me to the rhythm. Only you move me to the rhythm. We can't pretend that we have changed yet, but who are we kidding? Kidding. We can't pretend that we feel nothing and keep it hidden now. 'Cause I've been thinking about crossing the line and just giving. And I'm feeling the way I do. 'Cause I've been thinking about you all the time, can't get enough. I wanna make it with you. This time I'm gonna be true. Only you move me to the rhythm. 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 Only you move me to the rhythm.
The vibe is massive, it's supernatural. Keep it factual, you know you're maxing back. Look at the way they hold their chat. Honestly amazing, I want you on occasion. I can do you favors that I know he won't do for you. Yeah, yeah. I know what you want, you got it gorgeous. You bad, you're talking, it's telling me nicely. Just ease it up on me, I'm fighting the feeling. I'm keeping it cordial, yeah. I want you closer. You know where you started, you know that I need it. I can see it in your eyes, the way you move is so amazing. You say what I wanna hear, tell me it's all for me. Just show me you want it, you're ready. You say you're ready for it, you're ready. What are we waiting on? I know it's on your mind. You're ready, you want it for it. You've heard some things people talk like they know the real me. Let me clear the air, I've made my mistakes, I've learned how to behave. I know I'm a stranger, but I feel acquainted. Reading the signs, we both got our damages. I don't wanna play it safely. With you, it's different. You've been what I'm missing. Real talk, no fiction. I get lost in how I'm feeling. Yeah. I want you closer.
All right, audio test. Check. All right. Sounds pretty good. I can hear myself, that's not good, but not over the music. That's better right there, isn't it? That music is so relaxing though. Here, let's put it back on. See if we can put it in the background. It's hard because it just wants to dominate the entire thing. I know, you're looking at a clock. I have to turn down, I'm going to just turn down my audio just enough so I can hear myself talk. Wow, CPU usage is so little. All right, let's get on here. All right, there we go. Hey, we're here. Oh, I am here. Oh, I could turn this down here. And it's kind of nice to have a little bit of feng shui in the background. There we go. All right, Dad Random. Let's go ahead and shut that down right there. Yes, check it out. I put together a little bit of a live stream, just fun stream. So just one of the things I want to do, look at those ducks in the background. Isn't that cool? That's just awesome. So that's what makes, I'm going to be drinking this thing. Look at that. Anything green, you can see that I'm green screening. Anything green is going to disappear. But I'm hoping this stream is pretty good, sound-wise. I haven't checked it, but there's a lot of practice going on. I am moving away from StreamYard. I'm going to throw that crap into the trash, save me some money, and become a pro. Because, let's see that. Ooh, that sounds good. That sounds really good. So, now this is Studio 2. We've got Studio 1, which is home. We've got Studio 3, which is the no-fly zone. And I think I'm putting the no-fly zone on ice for a while, at least the set. I'm definitely going to be talking about the direction that I'm going. I'm definitely, if people aren't making other decisions in their live streaming and what they do on YouTube on a regular basis, it is probably something you need to think of. You should be always trying to expand, make things better, or maybe put things into more perspective. But hey, and yeah, Kai, I'm gonna do an experiment with you later. I haven't talked to him. I'm gonna surprise him. We'll see if we can bring him in via Skype, because that's something that we're gonna be doing once we release ourselves from the bonds of the $10 payment to StreamYard. So I'm gonna be doing a bunch of different things that way. You gotta tighten the belt. You're gonna tighten it up. So, but I hope you like this. This is really pleasant. I'm not sitting at home, for one thing. I'm getting ready to go back to work. So, but thanks, 808's popped in. Yellow Rose Drones is in. The other thing I want to do is I want to get the chat stream up there. I have not put that together yet. Here, I'm going to actually do that right now live. So let me see if I can get my chat stream functional. Feng shuianal. I'm just going to knock that down. Now, this is every time I set up OBS on a different computer, I really have to recreate the wheel. I really like this setup right now. So this is my computer is barely running. It's like my CPU is like 5.8%. So something better is going on. Maybe the computer is better. Yes. Let me see here. Let's go to my live. I'm gonna go to my control room, and I just gotta find my chat right there. There it is, right there. Let's see. Close that. Let's see. Pop out that chat. I'm gonna put the chat in a window here in just a second. let's see if it's that one right there. Hit there, copy that. And then we got to add something. We're going to add browser. We're going to talk, oh, that's chat main. Let's do this. Let's add that in there. There's that. Microsoft account problem. We need to fix your Microsoft account. No, you don't. Leave me alone. Okay, all right. Now, I would hate to ruin my background here, but let's see. Let's do this. Oh yeah, I think it's in there. So, let's go. It's usually it finds the source, but here, let's do that. That's the only thing is you got to do all this stuff manually. There we go. There you guys are right there. Look at that. We got birds in the background. Maybe I'll put it over here. I don't want to mess up any part of this. Let's move that down. Let's move that to the bottom. Oop, that's too far down. Let's move it up one. There we go. So we want to put that, we don't want to put it over that freaking boat either. Actually, that boat has a really cool story. Here, I don't have that moving either. I got to put a filter on that. Hold on. So once you put together your chat, okay, and then you've coded it. So you go, I actually have a program to code it. I should tell, if anybody's interested in setting up OBS, I've been practicing a lot. Hey, Sunrise, how you doing? But right now our chat stream isn't moving and we want it to be rolling because, 808, thank you so much. That's very cool. I think 808, I think we're all kind of going through some changes. 808's he's been promoted, last I heard. So I'm a big, huge congratulations. I'm going to share this too for the first time. Kai Friedrichsen, if you want money from him, he's been promoted too. So, and I love it. He can't say anything right now. I can just talk crap about him. Oh, but we'll get back. Okay, hold on here. Let's see. I got to get that thing rolling. Hold on here. Let's see. Scroll right there. You hit scroll, hit OK. And then you want to go vertical speed. You just want to start it moving a little bit. There we go. You just want it slow though. I think that's too fast. Because you guys, if it's going too, there we go. We don't want to, let's see, that's it. Close that up. So that's pretty good. That looks great. Actually, I'm looking over here on this other computer. Now, guys, that is freaking pro going on there. I got moving birds on a still background. So you can see the water is not moving. Could I make that water move? Yeah, I could. I could actually put some glistening in the sky and water. I could put a sun that radiates. So yes, that's why OBS is cool, is you can do all this creative stuff and you don't have to be limited. So here, so now I can read the chat and that's cool. But yeah, I was thinking about doing Sundays. Every time I come up with an idea, like changing times or whatever, first of all, my schedule is changing big time. So I'm going back to work tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday, and a lot of things I've decided to do this year to to make my life a little bit better. I mean, we're all trying to increase improve our quality of life all the time. One of the things I want to do is I really miss coaching. I really do. The drone industry right now is kind of petered out for a while. I still love drones. So there's no question that I'm still going to be involved in doing drone stuff. I love to fly FPV still. And what I think happens, it's kind of like a relationship that you take advantage of and you start to take it for granted and it becomes more work than it becomes fun. So what I want it to do is I want to reduce it enough so it becomes fun again. So, and it inspires me to go out and do more stuff. I'll go, oh man, I haven't done this in a while. And what's going to happen is I'm going to become way more creative. And that's what's happening is you just get kind of like ground down, All right. So let me I'm going to put that chat there over here so I can read it better. I would like to later on, Kai, if you're still around, I don't know how long you guys can stay, but I want to Skype in Kai today, and I want it to be impromptu. I've never Skyped from here, and I have Skyped from here, but it's been a while. So I'm going to try that. So I will make a phone call, and what I'll do is I'll make it at the end of the stream. So if it goes crappy, I can fix it, and then I can get on the phone with them if he has time. So Kai, if you're listening, I'd like to pull that in. The other thing I'd like to do is be a little more impromptu with everything that I do. So say I come in on a Sunday, I want to have something just different going on. I don't want it to just be the same old thing. Everybody wants to talk about a lot of different things. And one of the things that I noticed from a lot of the streams that really were fun, and I try to think what makes it fun, is that when we got into conversations that revolved around either what was going on in the chat, of course, but other things, the funny things, the things that you miss. And the things that you miss are comments that are kind of like off the cuff, and that can bring you into a totally different kind of a show. And so instead of it being the same thing all the time, which is good. I mean, if you want to talk about you can only beat a dead horse so bad. So kind of like the Mavic Mini, I literally beat that thing into the ground. I think I put out 30 videos on the Mavic Mini, 1, and then when the Mavic Mini 2 came out, I think I probably put out another 20. I was way more creative with the 1. And then when the Air 2 came out, it was a totally different thing, and it just didn't have as much. It didn't have as much, I guess. It didn't have enough uniqueness. It overlapped the Mavic Pro by so much, and then what happened was I got kind of bored, and then I went into FPV. I'm going to try this, and the FPV thing just it's a totally different world. But it's not my only thing. And what happens is sometimes that starts to dominate. There's a ton of like really technical things, and it needs its own time. It needs its own place. So, but so what I want to do is just kind of compartmentalize that time and get more out of it, and then have more fun again. I want streams on Friday, well, the old Friday ones, the Sunday ones, to be a little more like life stuff, definitely drone stuff involving in life, and then other things that are going on. There's so many other things, because I'm just not a one-dimensional person. So anyway, that's kind of my thoughts. The Friday stream, when I did start Fridays, way back 4 years ago already. Holy crap, it's been a long time. 4 years and 500 videos. 500. And if you don't think 500 videos takes a toll on you, talk to the guys that have done 1,000 videos. So, all right, let's look at some chat action. I got my top chat going, but all it means is that I intend on opening up the realm of things, okay, to talk about. I need to open it. I need more stuff to basically to function. I get bored so fast. That's why my channel is not called Dad Drone. It's called Dad Random, because like those ducks back there, I am freaking random. I will fly in any direction. And sometimes I don't fly with the flock. So that's why those other birds, those coming from that side, aren't freaking going the same direction as those birds over there. So there's some, but does that mean that I'm going to try to maintain a regular schedule, but I don't freaking care about schedules. This is, this time, like, it's like you guys. You guys have time, sometimes you don't, and you don't come and watch the streams. You go to, you say, all right, I can only dedicate Thursday of my life to Ken Heron or wherever you want to go to, or Ken Dobo or whatever Ken is on, whatever Ken you can basically hang out with. But I'm just gonna do a whatever. And what I want to do is Sunday. I like this time right now because right now I don't have anything to do, but that will change. Okay. If you're Kai out there, I'm talking to Kai. If you're Kai and you have 2 bathrooms that need to be remodeled and you're upstairs, that's going to take some of my Sundays. So what I'm telling you is Sunday is not going to be a perfect day either. It's a great day. I think I get a lot more because I'm basically in a room that's empty. There's no people and there's nobody going, hey, I need you to do something. And it's like perfect. So the wind doesn't dictate sunrise. You're kind of, let me tell you something. The stuff that you're putting out is fun, and I'm embarrassed of the things I've been putting out lately because, the goofy videos that's fun. So, all right, I got to go over here. I love green screen too. The only thing that sucks about green screen is but I got this set up perfect, by the way. The only thing is I can't leave it up all the time. And I've done a lot of feng shui things in this, I call it my studio, but it's literally my working classroom. And I spent a lot of time cleaning it up. So I've been working to want to check it out here. Check this out. Hopefully this doesn't screw up my entire thing. So I'm going to move the camera really quick just to give you an idea of some of the things that I've done. Just clean things up. But one of the things you'll really like. So let's check this out. So we go there. Oh my God, it's an earthquake. No, it's not an earthquake. See that right there? Check that out. Isn't that the freaking coolest thing ever? That's something I worked on. And then I took Albert Einstein right there and I gave him a better space. And then I got my kids right there. Just clean things up, man. I'm just cleaning things up. My daughter right there. There's some boring crap about me. That's why I put it way in the back of the room. And then there's my green screen. But this is my life right here. This stuff in here. And nice and clean. Look at that. Just so waiting for 40 freaking kids to show up. So, all right. There we go. Isn't that cool? So I thought you guys could see a little bit into my actual job. This is my day job. This is what I'm spending my freaking time to do really good. So, and that starts on Thursday of this week. I'm going to have a whole bunch of kids in here. They're all going to be sitting here going, hey, entertain me, teach me something. And it's fun. So thought I'd show you guys that. Yeah, Lone Star, he like I said, I'm going to look through the chat. He's going to keep on the Tuesdays. I want to still keep coming in on Tuesday anytime he wants me to hang out. I'm going to try. Tuesdays aren't too bad, but I go to okay. Here's the other thing that I've got going on. For my entire life, okay? So if you want to start, I'll give you the beginning. In 1983, okay? This goes way back. As a little kid, I challenged myself, and because I was out of shape, and people told me I wouldn't amount to anything. I didn't want to do anything, and I would, you can't do that. I'm like, all right, I'm going to try that. I decided to start playing football. My dad played football. He was, exceptional athlete, college athlete. He was drafted. He was a professional, and I decided that I could do this too. And that's when I basically went into the gym. The Rocky movies were on, and I freaking started training like a maniac. Well, that turned into an absolute lifetime of football. I've been a football player and coach for over 30 years. And when I started doing the YouTube stuff and my kids started leaving the school system, and the fun stopped, because I had that connection, but I still have a huge interest, and I've got a good friend of mine who's a head coach, and I've worked with him for quite a long time, about 8 or 9 years, and I needed to get that back. I need that feeling on Friday night that you get when you're involved with high school athletics. There's nothing more cool than on a Friday night and it's cooling down and the bands are playing and the kids are excited and they're glad to be out of school and the game starts. It is amazing. I get excited just thinking about it. But I stopped for about 2 years. Last year and the year before, COVID really screwed that up. But I was kind of moving away, going, I think I'm done. But this year, I just thought it was time to get back in there. There's things I can still do to help kids outside of school, the fun stuff. You think school is fun. No, it's not. Kids don't like school. I hated school. But after school, that's stuff that they like. So I wanted to get back and try to enjoy that with them and then help them be successful. No. So anyway, I'm going to go back and coach. That takes a lot of time. So if I do it right, if you know me as a person, if I do it, I'm going to do it right. And that takes a lot of time. So once the day ends, I'm thinking of my practice plan, what I'm going to do in the specific thing I'm coaching, and then what kids are going to be involved in that. Because what I do, there's only a couple of kids that I actually coach. And those kids take a lot of time. And then you got Fridays and you got Thursday travel sometimes. Mostly it's Friday travel. So there's a lot of that until so we got preseason coming up. And I think I'm thinking about traveling. So that means I've got a plan for Friday. That means Thursday, and I'm not here. So there you go. That's why Friday doesn't work. But on game days, on home game days, and on local game days, this is the perfect time to live stream. That's when I started doing it anyway. So anyway, I just thought I'd kind of give you some facts there. I mean, you guys are all interested in your own things, but that's kind of the way I'm looking at trying to reassess my time. And you got to look at time for value. And I get a hell of a lot more, guys, out of Friday nights than I get on YouTube. I could get, say they decided to like throw a lot of money at YouTubers, which they really don't. It wouldn't be enough. I would do football for free, and I would pay to do football, and before I would sacrifice the extended amounts of time. And there are some people that are putting out some amazing amounts of time. And you got people like 51 Drones. 51 Drones where's he been? And the reason where he's been is he's been focusing on his family, on his kids, on their growing up and his job. And then he does the YouTube stuff when he has time to do it. And he's created he'd be the best example. He's created quite a following, but it doesn't matter because his family is number one. So, all right. So here we go. And it's all good. So that's kind of the extended view of so am I going to do Fridays? Am I going to do, who cares? Guys, I'm not going to tell you what days I'm going to do. I'm going to do today and then maybe next Sunday. I don't know. I just can't tell you because I'm going to prioritize other things. But I will do fun shows. When I get on, Hopefully on Sunday around this time, around 3 o'clock. Maybe I've done, like I said, a lot of Fridays at about 4 o'clock is when I started in the past. Because remember, 4 o'clock of those days, school ends. I get back to work. I finish all the things I need to do from that day, and then I prepare for Friday night's game, and then I just stay here because it doesn't take me long to do what I need to do. And then I get here at what time? It's 8 o'clock or 7:45. I get here, and then I don't leave till about 10 o'clock at night, and I will do that for all the way through November. So I will be here all that time. So when I do have to stay those long days, I'm gonna probably live stream. I'm gonna pop in. That's when I had all those Brits that were popping in at 3:30 and 4 o'clock, and that was kind of fun. I had a lot of people up late. I guess it's early in the morning there. So, all right, there you go. And there is the rant that is done. I think I covered everything. But should I have played music in the background while that was going on? I should have said, "Hey guys, my life is sad, and you need to feel bad, and you should love me even more because I'm no." What I wanted you to do is just know what's going on. Everybody here's got a life, so love the classroom. Hey, Third Eye, let me tell you something. Let me shut that back down there. One of the things that doesn't change, and I say it over and over again, and this actually, Third Eye, you actually brought up a good point, is I love my job. I love everything about my job. I love the year when it starts. I'm excited for the summer, but I'm kind of sad that it's over. I miss the kids when they leave. I'm excited for the new groups when they come in. I'm a lifelong teacher, lifelong learner, and that never will change. YouTube has like I said, I actually, as much as I tried to embed YouTube videos into my classroom stuff. I'm still going to do that, but I separate the two out as much as I can. So, but yeah, I am excited. I'm excited for a new school year. I'm excited to fill this place up with life. This school is dead right now. It's Sunday, and it will come Thursday. It will be just kicking in here. So I'm ranting, huh? Hey, Crazy Patrick. So maybe, hello from Sweden, Crazy Patrick. So, Maddie's Drone World, how are you doing, Maddie? All right. So, did we lose everybody? All right. Once you start ranting, people start to, okay, you got a life and you're going to do other things. I'm still Dad Random, don't forget that. And I'm going to continue to make drone videos when the freaking drones start coming back out. But there's no drones right now. And you can't drink your drink when you keep the top on. So there's an epic fail right there. Let's talk about some drones for a while. What are we in? Let's see. We're in our, recording time, 34 minutes of rant. That's pretty good. I would say at a rant scale, 34 minutes is probably about a 9, not quite a 10. I think if I get up to an hour, that would be a perfect 10 rant. So that's dinner. Plus I'm getting fat, and football practice will at least take 10 pounds of weight off me. Listening, but it's Sunday. If you're listening to me rant, then it's kind of like your wife has told you a bunch of things that you need to do. And you're like, okay, I got them all. I got all those things done. You know what I did yesterday? All right, let me tell you something. Let me show you some cool stuff. Check this out. This is, this is actually a video clip. Actually, I think I can play it here. I can play that. Let me see if I can find it really quick. I didn't expect to add this thing on there, but we are chatting about things. So let's go over there. But I gotta turn that on there, and then I gotta go here. I can do this. I can do it. They changed Google every year. They change Google for my work. I don't use that account ever, except for work. And when you want to go into Google Photos and stuff, it's kind of a pain. They took the waffle off the corner of the Google. I have no idea why they did that. But this is actually a little video clip I did here. Let me stop it right there. So you see the crazy things that I have to do. All right, let's go here. Oh, look at that. Look at the lake. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Gotta love the lake, guys. You gotta love it. Okay, window capture. Let's go capture 2. What's on that? Oh, there we go. That's it. That's what we're looking for. And I think that's the whole thing. All right. So these are the kinds of things that I do during this time of year. So not only am I a teacher, my wife is a teacher. Okay. And then I keep getting these questions. Why would you bring drones into the classroom and all? Guys, there's nothing easy about public school, just so you know. But and this will give you an example. So you see all this crap down here on the floor? My wife just said, she said, I got a few things for you to do. This is actually the third few things that I've done in the last 2 weeks. Few things turn into many, many things. So check this out. But there it is right there. There's my first E. I have it hanging up there. I have to get all those letters hanging. Now, you understand those letters are wood. And that is a fabric background. And if you think you can just like stick wood to fabric, you're saying, well, yeah, you can. You just use Velcro. Well, Velcro sticks to wood, but it doesn't stick good to fabric. So I'm just telling you, she's like, this will be really easy. You know, we'll just get it done. We'll just do this. Well, this is, so that's what, okay. So I did finally get it done. Let me show you what it looked like when it was finally done. Oh, that's the other thing. Hey, look at that. That's me right there. That's what it basically I had to do. And I get these little projects. Now you see the blue fabric and all that stuff. There's 3 boards with blue fabric, and then there's another one down the hallway. So I did 4 of those puppies. And guys, I didn't get paid for any of those things. Okay? I didn't get paid for the letters. I didn't get paid for the gears. I think they paid for the fabric. And all the tools to put all that stuff up are mine. So there you go. School. SKOOL. There it is. That's one of the fun things about SKOOL so I thought that would be interesting. So if you're wondering me, I'm just like living the high life, sitting on the lake, chilling. I'm 2 straight weeks. Yeah. So anybody flying any drones lately? I did. I did a heat test. Yes. There you go. So are we going to talk about drones today? Hell yeah, we're going to talk about some drones. All right. One of the things I wanted to do really quick. You know, you like something so much you lick the cover. One of the things that I wanted to hit was air data. So the S is crooked. I knew, freaking Kai, I knew he would say something about that. Freaking Kai. Kai! Did you ever remember Star Trek? The Wrath of Khan? And it was Khan! Okay. Kai! Kai. All right. Too hot to fly here. Good question. Is it too hot to fly? I pondered this and actually looked at a couple of different things. And if you're not using, let me turn that thing off up there. If you're not using a tool like AirData basically is a logbook. It's free up to 500 log entries. And then I think it's 500. No, it's 500. Yeah. I think it's 500 days. Yeah. 500 days. It keeps your log for like, let me see here. It's the free version. I got the free version. Anyway, it keeps enough logs of your flights that you basically are going to have information. And anytime I do a video, I get people asking me, they'll go, Dad Random, why don't you put the screenshot up? I learned so much from the screenshot. No, you don't. You don't learn crap from the screenshot. You know where you learn stuff? You learn it from AirData, okay? So right there, that's how you learn. AirData gives you actual information about your flight, okay? It's kind of like black box for your for GPS quads. So, and anytime I have a funky like drone episode where stuff just goes to crap, I go to AirData. So anyways, AirData and AirData UAV.uav. They have an app that goes on your phone, and it's amazing because I rely on this stuff. So you got something called you got something called HD Sync and then AirData. Let me show you what they look like. HD Sync is the app that basically you connect your account to your phone and your phone information through DJI. And it basically, you just put in your DJI login from the DJI account, you sync your data over, and it basically keeps, and then AirData keeps a logbook. It's very nice. And then you can actually, that's the small version that's on my phone. And if, say I wanted to look back at that flight that I did, I just want to show you how I do it with my phone. There's so much information. It gives you so much stuff. It's got a new, let me show you here real quick. Let's get that thing up. And take that title down. It basically has a whole new setup. And then something that gives you HD video. Right there, it says 33 flights are over your plan limit of 100, so you get 100 flights. And then they basically expire over time, which is fine with me. I get enough information for enough. I don't know what is it? 10? I don't know how much a month it would be. If I was flying like regular commercial flights on a regular basis, I would basically pay for the regular membership. But I just want to show you a couple things. One of the things is, let's see, there's okay, it's easier to show you on the phone because what's nice is you get like real-time HD flight information. I always have trouble finding it on that link, but you see right there where it says, here, let me get it. So right there, it says HD flight player. That basically will run your flight and all of the information. So let's just go, let me just go here really quick. I knew I wouldn't have, let's go to the flight on the 5th. This was basically the flight that, where I was just doing the heat test, okay? And where I got my battery info is I go to power, okay? You just click on power. And this basically gives you pretty much how much your battery is being drained. It tells you how many minutes based on the efficiency of how you're flying, and then your flight time. So in that flight in 109 degrees, I flew for 11 minutes. So that thing was flying for 11 minutes. I think it recorded for 8 minutes, okay? So, and then it gives you, other information that's may or may not be important. This tells you your cells and how they're basically, how they're draining. and it gives you a little, there's a slight deviation you can see there, but it tells you that even though you have cell deviation, that there's no major problems in your flight cells. It gives you, and like the more you pay, the more information you get. This is to me the most important part right here. It's the power voltage graphic. And there's two basically, look at this. In about the exact same time, about 1:07 in, I get this power freaking spike. And I'm trying to figure out what the power spike is. Is that might have been the time that I'm turning the camera on, is my guess. I've been thinking, where's this power spike coming? Why am I getting this massive spike in power drainage? And I think I've come to the conclusion that it's when I turn my that's because I don't always start my camera right away, but that's 1:07 into it, and I checked 1:07. That's the point where I said, hey, I'm going to turn on my recording. So that's how much of a spike that 1-inch camera basically pulls out. And then once that spike hits, it starts to level out. And then down here, there's another spike about 7 minutes in. So I thought that was very interesting. But everything's green as far as, and then the power drain was fine. So I thought that was kind of interesting. As far as volts and amps, that you get a graphic as well. Now this one, since it's such a small area, it's all green. What we want to do is see that that we have a green graphic. There's a little yellow in there, and that's towards the end. But we don't want to find is red. We don't want to see these big amperage spikes. And then as far as the battery info, my big number was the max temperature. And if you notice that it got to 136.9 now this means nothing unless you basically have something to compare it to, right? So what I wanted to do was compare the data that I got from the Air 2S, because something is going really right with its flight characteristics. So, so I've been using your data for 2 years, 1,108 flights. Third Eye, I think maybe you might have actually, Third Eye, you might have been the person that probably told me about it. You might have been the where I got the idea. Because all I know is ever since I've had AirData, it makes everything so much easier. I mean, obviously you can go into your actual flight information. If you go into your general flight, and as you run your flight information, I always have problems finding, there's the map, but you can download the KML files, and let's see, anyway, there's the detail. It's the media detail, and it's easier on the phone for some reason. There's my overview. But it drives me crazy that I don't know why when you basically use these apps, that the phone app is always, I mean, they have to, when they engineer the phone app, you have to have the button, but there's an HD button on there. And I can't find it. I can't find the HD button. But there's then it takes a screenshot of your, let me see if I can, let's see, map, let's see. I'm trying to right click on it. If you click on the map on the phone here, let me see if I can illustrate what I'm talking about here. So let me go here, I'm gonna hit HD flight player. Okay, this is what I know it's probably, it'll take me a second to find, but do you see all this information down below there? Hold on, here we go there. See all that freaking crazy, I'm gonna get it focused here. I will get it focused. It's small, guys. And I there we go. See all those numbers there? That's the minute by minute, second by second information, everything about the flight. I mean, it literally has everything. And then it runs during your flight. So let me just go ahead and get it smaller. And then I'm actually going to press play so you can see it run on the phone. That's why I like to do it on the phone, but let's go ahead. There we go. Is it playing? Let's see. You were offline. You were. There we go. Now it's running. You see how that's scrolling through the flight? Here we go. There we go. See how it's scrolling through second by second your flight data as you're going. So any kind of red flags that you get during that entire flight basically come up on here. I usually watch it on I think the KML file here. Let me just click on it here. Let's see it here. I've got something messed up on here. I go to large map. I can't remember if it was on the large map. I can't media probably. Let's go here. Oh, there we go. Media upload, download. There we go. There's the video. Add annotation. Media manager. That gives us a picture. That's a screenshot of our. I hate it when I freaking can't remember how to do that. There's the general power. I don't know why they don't just have a button that says HD. My upload, there's my logs. There's my flight times and all that. How many flights? Well, I only have active total. It only gives me 100. So, but just in the, I've got five sections of video. The one I really wanted to show you was this. So instead of fumbling through what I can't find right now, this is what I really wanted to basically hit today. So what I did was I went into the days that I have very hot flights. Okay. So I'm going into, there's January and December. Those are the times I like to fly the most. March and April. So there's the spring. In those months, I fly tons. But here's a July flight from last year. So, and if we want to compare like Mavic Air flights, there's a mini flight. And what I want us to look at is let's look at the power consumption. Let's go to battery info. Let's go to max temperature. So here's the mini in August, 106 degrees. That's the max temperature that drone is heating up to. Okay. Here's the Mavic Air 2, and there's the minimum temp. So on this flight, let me just look at the length of time. So this is a 1,000-foot flight, very short flight. Okay. And if I want to know the weather, I can go look at that. So I basically flew, let's see, it was 82 degrees. So perfect drone temperature. So we know that, in 82 degrees, we don't get more than 100 degrees, and here, so let's look at 104. Okay. 103. So those are now this is information that is saying that, hey, it's not as hot in that area. Well, this temperature is taken not from ground level, and it's from a different part of town. Okay. But 104 degrees, and I believe on this day it was about 108, 100 and somewhere around there. Okay. And it gives you in-flight wind. So of course, if you pay more, you get more of that. And then basically tells you there's your KP index. Basically tells you, is the weather settled? Is it quiet? Is it set unsettled? You got a wind map if you want to see it, which is way cool. So anyway, any information that you want. But let's look at the power deviation. 106 degrees of max temperature on that day. So I thought, wow, that's pretty interesting, Let's see if I have anything that's close to that. Can I find a day? Oh, there we go. So here is a day where this is August 2nd. I guarantee this was a long flight. And there's my battery temperature profile over time. Okay. But look at the starting temperature on this. This thing already started very hot. Okay. But there's our max temperature, 137.7 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. And then there's the battery capacity that was set up that day. And let's look at the cell graph really quick. And let's look at the volt and amperage. Let's see, this will tell me, why the heck is that not showing up on there? Oh, there it is right there. This was the same flight. This was my heat flight, because there it is. You can see that there's the area that I flew in. I stayed in a very, confined area to do the heat flight. So on that day, 137 degrees. How does that compare to my last heat flight? 136 degrees. It's actually same temperature. It actually flew with a max temperature a little bit cooler. And there was the minimum temperature, 83. So that's where the quad started, and that's where it finished. No heat warnings. Let me see if I can find, let me go back to that one again and see if I can find let's see, max temperature 106, max temperature 137. And like I said, if you looked at the, there's the other, that's the other one, the other heat flight. That's the mini. All right, that's the mini temperature. Okay, so that was the same day. I flew the same day, and I flew the mini back to back. So that's the other one. So the mini, temperature-wise, let's see, is basically, let me get the same heat. Let me go back to the battery. Detail, let's go to the power detail again. Let's go to that battery info. So the mini is actually getting a little bit hotter. There's 137.7. That's the mini. And this is there's the mini. Let's go. That's the Mavic Air 2 right there. And let's see what that one is. That was the heat flight that it failed on. So on the day it failed, okay, August 2nd, same time, it's a couple of minutes apart. I flew the Air 2, and it basically only reached the operating temperature of 116 degrees, and it failed. And that makes no sense. Let's see, this is the computer. Also, click on the sensor on the right. That is, let's see. I'll look that little quick. But it makes no sense. And one of the things about the Air 2 is obviously it's a first generation product. And it, just like the Mini 1, they were basically ironing out the bugs. And they obviously fixed a couple of things. One, they fixed the heatsink issue because it's taking the same amount of heat. And that heatsink was freaking hot. The other thing is they did something to the board. I think they maybe coated the board. They insulated the board. They put another heatsink in there we can't see. But something's happening that is allowing the Air 2 to basically function, the Air 2S to function where the original Air 2 didn't. So I just thought that was very interesting. And yeah, I'll find let's see, 100, isn't 132 degrees the boiling point? Yeah, it was the boiling point of, I was afraid that anytime the drone gets that hot, it would have been fun to do like a temperature probe. Actually, I could have shot it with the thermometer, but which I didn't even think about doing. Maybe that's what I should do is fly it to heat to temp and see what the heat sink is actually reading. Obviously, this is similar, but that's some hot, guys. Those are some hot flights, man. That's hot. That's hot stuff. And look at August 7th. I just want to look at the weather that day. 108 on August 17th. Okay, so August 17th I flew, and let me just go to the power. Let's see. This is the mini. This is the Mini 2 again. Look at that. Max temperature 85.6. Let's see how long I flew it. Let's give the general information. Yeah, that was basically the day. Another day that I was, hey, in the Mini 2, basically, how long can it fly? I think I flew for a few minutes. How long did I fly for it? Let's see, max speed. This might have been, oh, I only flew for 1 minute and 7 seconds. So this might have been just a flight that I just aborted or something like that. So that's not even why did I fly on the 17th for 1.5 minutes? I have no idea, guys, what I did with that one. Maybe I was just goofing off. But, all righty. Okay, so there you go. That is all I can tell you about that. All we know is whatever they've done to the Air 2 S is definitely a huge step above basically what they did with the original Air 2. So I did fly the Air 2 out on a 100-degree day, but usually it was the morning. Usually I flew in the 90s when the temperature was in the 90s. That kind of stuff. But I thought that would be interesting for us to kind of see. So there you go. There's the dirt on, what basically has happened. Like I said, I have no idea what they did. But yeah, 132 degrees, it's the boiling point. So there you go. You can only beat a horse so much. Is there anything else that the Air 2S needs? I really, after I did that, after the heat experiment, I guess I could do a tracking video. The tracking on it I know works really well. I don't know if we'd learn anything from that, and I don't think anybody's really interested in that. And what I'll probably not do is do a tracking video. So that's kind of where that goes. But I probably will do a little bit of what I probably should do is just do some tracking up the mountain there just for fun, just to show that it's supposed to be better. I didn't think the tracking, the actual lock-on tracking. I was very impressed with the Air 2 when I did that, because I remember when I was driving up this, it's a pretty steep road. All I did was manipulate. I locked on, and then I just manipulated the drone control. So the drone is basically just orbiting, and it's that's when I hit that's I think the only time when I finally hit the hill. It was basically flying sideways. I've had a lot of people say, yeah, you can crash the Air 2, and my thought on that one is, yeah, you can crash anything if you really are, like intent on crashing it. But with the forward-facing sensor, it's not going to crash. All right, so that's enough of that. I just wanted to hit that. I wanted to hit that, and that has been hit, and that is done. It is done hitting. Okay, the other thing I thought would be kind of fun was I found a little piece of information. I actually watched a long video on VLOS. I watched a long one on the newer FAA stuff that's come out. So once again, we're in a holding pattern for that. Reviewers right now are just reviewing the same stuff over and over and over again. We basically have 100 freaking reviews on 100 the same things. And we have let's see, the Air 2S 3 months later, 4 months later, 6 months later. Guys, it's the same drone. So if you see a video that says Air 2S 1 year later, what do I think? How can you freaking basically make a video 8 minutes on that? So the answer is I'm never going to do, what do I think about this drone 8 months later? Okay, it's not going to happen. I just don't, there's nothing. Guys, there's 3 drone companies. 3. That's it. 3 drone companies. And you know why I know there's 3 drone companies? This is why. Because I'm going to go here and show you real quick. Assuming I can find that. Holy crap, if you go to, let's see if I can find my logs. And I want to find a manage drones. Okay. This product here, by the way, yeah, I don't need to look at that because, oh, there's all my overview. This product, AirData, only basically connects to 3 drone companies. 1, DJI. 2, Parrot. And 3, Autel. That's it. They're the only 3 companies that are worth it right now. Okay, and that includes toys. And I had somebody message me saying that they're going to buy a Hubsan Mini Pro for their kid. And I'm like, why? Why are you going to punish your kid for something they didn't do? The Hubsan Zeno Pro. I'm like, haven't you seen enough Hubsan videos? Actually, nobody's showing. What I need to do is show you what I did show you. If you want to look at what the Hubsan flies like, go back to the couple of Hubsan videos that I did with their big Hubsan drone. It doesn't hover. It does what it wants. It crashes kind of like happenstancely. It's not dependable. And if you need to, with the way the FAA is basically, helping us, guiding us through this, this experience of adding more and more regulations, why would you want to fly something that you can't control or can go into a freaking death spiral, at any given time? I've seen Hubsan drones, you've take off and it sits up there and it does this, and then suddenly the circle gets smaller and it fixes it, and then it lands. Why do you want to go through that pain and suffering? So I don't understand. So why do you want to suffer so bad, guys? You are wanting to suffer. So to that young boy that's having his first drone experience and you don't buy him a Mavic Mini 1, you're crazy. Guys, go buy him and go find him a Parrot, a Nafi. Talk about a drone experience. Get a little the Parrot Anafi's nice and small and cute. Okay. So there's that. Get your kid a Parrot Anafi. Don't buy him an Autel Evo 2. That's, unless your kid's like a freaking genius and they're going to MIT and they know how to read a manual and they, can pay for any damages they do with the massive props as they smack into something hard. I don't want to suffer, Dad. You will suffer if you buy a freaking Hubsan. Why you can't put Pro in front of a toy drone. You just can't. Hubsans are toys. I don't care what they do to it, how many sensors they say they put on it. It is crap. The cameras are crap. The drone is crap. And there it is. And I don't care what anybody says. So that's my opinion. I'm not getting suckered into I've thought about this. I'm like, all right, Dad Random, are you going to buy a Hubsan Mini Pro, whatever the hell they call it, or a FIMI X8 Mini Pro? No. The FIMIs have never fixed their cameras. Their cameras are oversaturated. How can you have horizon tilt in this day and age? How there's been so much time for them to correct any kind of software horizon tilt issues. How can you have that? And the answer is you shouldn't. So there's less horizon tilt on Sunrise Water Media flying a drone. There you go. I'm waiting for the Kai 2 Pro. Yeah. The other thing is Banggood. That's another concept or thing I want to talk about. Banggood I thought it was kind of interesting. Banggood, I think they've reached out. I think they got Crawford. There's a couple of other people that are doing business with Banggood. Banggood is a dying company. Okay, it's falling apart at the seams. It doesn't have any. Its time has come. It's like Wish, and it was a great fad for a while. People are figuring out other places to put their money. If you're a reviewer, there's really no benefit. Guys, I get way more benefit from Amazon. Just putting up reviews on Amazon and getting clicks. I get every once in a while, I'll get surprised in the mail, and there'll be $100 check just sitting there. And that's because that's because Amazon's a good company. It's got good customer service. You can return crap, and a lot of the times, you can tell them, "Hey, I'm returning this," and then you can keep it. So, why would you want to? Why would you? Okay, this is my Banggood rant. Said influencer out there said, "Hey, we're interested in you, Dad Random. We're Banggood," and I'm like, "No, you probably don't bang anything good." But all right, I'm going to give it a shot. You guys send me something. Just send me something. I'll fly it, and we'll start a relationship. Well, that's where the thing began. That's where the problem began. They said, "Oh, you got to fill out an affiliate account." Got on the affiliate page. Took me forever to figure out the affiliate page. I finally got the affiliate account set up, and everything's there, where they send the products and things like that. They're like, "Oh, we are going to send you out something." All right, thank you. Send it out. No, we don't want to send you out that. That's too expensive. We'll send out this. I'm like, no, I want that because that's what I do. I fly those things. And they wanted to send me something. I'm not gonna use that product. I don't like it. I'm not gonna tell you anything good about it. And that's where our relationship ends. So they kind of give you this pressure, like, "Oh, if you do this really good, we will love you more and give you more expensive products." No, that's not how the way the world works. You need to sell crap. I can help you sell it. You freaking bend over backwards for me. Get it to me, and I will put in my time because my time is valuable. I want to put a video together. I'm going to, make it funny if I can. But I got so sick of it. And then they sent it, and then the product hasn't reached you. Well, I'm out of town at that time. Well, you need to get your video up by this amount of time. I'm like, I'm going to put up the video when I freaking feel like putting the video up. I'm just, who are you? I don't care what company you think you are. You're not freaking, if you're Walmart, you'd have more credibility. If I'm talking to Walmart, now I'm freaking listening. My ears are freaking wide open, or I'm talking to Amazon wide open because they deliver. So anyway, how that ended up is the product was sitting in Memphis. There was an obvious address issue. The address came from the Banggood affiliate site, and they didn't put the home number, so they didn't have a place to send it. And then it wouldn't leave. So then they wanted me to fix that. They wanted me to take time out of my day to fix their freaking screwed up address. Now, the person that was working with me should have said, "Hey, we need to get that product to you. we want to fix that because we want to get it in your hands. So is there anything that you see that's wrong on the DSL thing?" Because they're the sender, right? And they didn't have a home number. And nobody asked me the question. I'm not going to freaking tell them their own business. So I'm like, I didn't get it. And when it comes here, I'll take care of it. But they wanted me to go through the time, call up DSL. I don't care. I don't want your freaking Kai 1 drone, your piece of crap freaking drone. It's basically another version of that piece of crap LZR, whatever junk freaking thing that doesn't fly. They want you to, pay them $200 for it when you could just buy a Mini 1. I was contacted by Amazon Seller. They wanted to send me a $100 action camera, but they said I had to buy it. They have reimbursed. Now, okay, Sunrise. Let me tell you about the $100 buy thing. It depends. Sunrise, if it's something you want, I'm more than willing to buy it. I think there's a little bit of tax. So you basically get a free product. I don't mind that. But I'm not going to be told, like you're saying, to put a 5-star review on something that might suck crap, because I'm going to basically put up a video and, I'm going to do what Captain Drone does, and he's going to basically put his reputation out there just, for what? What are you going to gain from it? $8 in a free crappy camera that you're never going to use again. Now I've gotten good products from Amazon sellers, things that I actually use, like filters for your the Pocket 2, microphones, things that I like to use. Actually, one company, and I'm telling the one, remember, the little soundboard I have? They actually wanted me to buy a microphone. I didn't want the microphone. I said, "Hey, I like the soundboard better. Can you send me this?" Actually, I bought the soundboard. Will you just reimburse me for the soundboard that I already purchased? And they did. Amazon rules. So I got something that I like. I actually use it in my studio. It works really good. It's fun. So to me, that's a win-win. They win. I give them a good review. I win. I get to have something fun I can play with for a while till I get sick of it and I want something else. So I thought that worked out pretty good. So Banggood, I got this is to finish the Banggood story. Banggood sent me a text of Erica, whatever her name is. Okay. If you want Erica I think it's, I'm not even going to go there and say any names because I could easily have fun with that, but that would be mean. But that's so if Erica contacts you, which I hope your relationship's really good. Mine with her is not very good because I basically told her, I said, I'm not going to freaking follow up on something that you screwed up. It's my time, not yours. And you're not going to, and like Sunrise says, I'm not going to be told what to do with the product once I get it out. I'm going to put up a review. And, I'll put up the review I feel like putting it up. It's my time. I wish I was Casey Neistat. I'd just take it on the screen and just take a match and go, and it would just burn. I'll do that at the no-fly zone one day. Just light one of the products fire. Guys, a Tomzon drone, awesome. The other drone that I reviewed, that was a toy. The Holy Stone drone, nice little drone. It was fun. Had a good time with it. Put up a really fair review. I've had several people on the Holy Stone review. That little, the one that's, just, the little, it's basically a cheap toy, but it was fun to fly, And I've had a ton of people said I learned a bunch from it, it was a good, basic review. And so there you go. And just so you know, I've gotten more traction from the HS111D or whatever the heck it was, from that video of that $60 drone than I did with the Hubsan's best product that I spent freaking way too much money for. So Hubsan, you suck. And Holy Stone, I love you. Send me another drone. So Holy Stone is the real deal. They sell on Amazon. They sell gazillion drones. They got the prices are good. They're going to run into some trouble. They are messing around with the image stabilization. I'm very interested. I tried to get a image stabilizing version, but I couldn't get one. I did a little begging there and couldn't get it. I would beg for that because I really want to know what it's like. I've seen a couple of reviews, the HS1, 720ES, something like that. So interested in that. I'm interested in a Mavic Mini, but they have to get the weight down because it's overweight for the 250 gram. But they have to basically, up their game. They had to get it as good as the Mini 1. And right now, nobody's better than the Mini 1. The SE, if I had my hands on an SE, I'd be very happy. So if anybody has a way for me to get an SE, and not make me pay way more than it's worth because it's just a Mini 1 with a Mini 2 body. That'd be interesting. Take a Mini 2, like frame, and then put the Mini 1 guts. Why would you do that? That's not smart. Well, I guess you'd want to make a Franken Mini 1. So you can fly with the with both sets of batteries. So I don't know. There'd probably be more to it. All right. All right. Is Kai still around? I'm going to end up my stream here in a little bit. I just want to see if we can get Kai in. So let me do this. I'm going to send him let's go here. All right. And let's see if we can get Kai Friedrichsen in. I have no idea if this is going to work. Look at this. I love this black background. It's so dramatic. There's so much drama in just black. Nothing here. Just me. It's just me. It's just me alone with the black background. It's better than whatever that other reviewer does with the stork-like thing and the pigeons, that guy. All right. I think it's much better. Way better. All right. Let's see if I can get Kai in. So I'm going to give him a call here. So Kai, if you're around, let's see here. Let's up the game here. My stream's boring as crap, right? Let's see if we can get Kai in and bring him in to the stream. All right. I have no idea what's happening here. We could get, there it is. There's something coming on. We just put the NDI. Let's go here. Let's go properties. I got to find it. Source name, Friedrichsen. Okay. It might take a while for this to work. So there he is. There's the background there. So we'll see if we can get him. We'll get him behind us here. It may or may not work here. We don't know. Anyone know? Let's see. Let everyone know. Let's see. So NDI is working. All right. There. Oh, there it is. Oh, I saw him for a second. we're hopefully we'll get his sound in. I want to put his audio should be working. I don't know if so. It's trying to figure things out right now. So remember, this is just a test, only a test. As we try to figure this out. But I have his audio. There's Kai behind me. All right. All right, I'm gonna see if I can hear him talking.
Can you hear me talking?
I can hear you. I can. Go ahead and talk a little bit. I want to see what it looks like in the NDI audio.
What do you want me to talk about?
It's on there. Can everybody hear Kai?
Can you hear me? Can somebody hear me?
And we need a thumbs
Anybody?
up from just so people can hear him.
Come on, Sunrise. You can hear. We know you don't listen, but you can hear.
Okay, good. Everybody can hear Kai. All right. All right. So I'm going to do something. I have to turn on this monitor over here. There we go. All right. What do I want you to talk about? Nothing. We can hear you now. All right.
Echo, echo, echo.
So my only
echo.
problem now is I need to have a headphone monitor. All right. I got to do something. I wasn't prepared for this. I've got to go behind the scenes here. See if I can find.
And now he's going to lift her skirt.
Behind the scenes. You like that? I can hear him but if I turn up the audio up there, That's the problem when you. Oh, there's a bug. I just had a bug has killed it. But everybody else can hear you, Kai, so you're welcome to chat.
Yeah, I'm hearing all sorts of echo right now.
I'm not prepared today. Where is that freaking adapter?
You ought to bring the mic a little closer on this deal.
Where is my? Oh, there it is. That's what I'm looking for. I just got to get this adapter here. Phones. There we go. All right. Can you? I can hear you now, Kai.
Well, I still can hear echo.
All right, there we go. I can hear you now. All right. For a second there, I couldn't hear him. All right.
Well, I'm feeling ignored.
There we go. It's just my audio is so freaking loud. You're not being ignored, Kai. We can hear you.
Hold on, let me fix the lights here a little bit.
All right.
There. That's better.
Freaking A, man. I got to be able to turn down my let's see, that doesn't work there.
Get your hair out of my nose.
Yeah.
Or move me over or something.
So what's happening in Kai's life right now?
And Kai's life, Kai's getting ready to go on an international trip. So
yes, the big trip. The big trip is happening.
I'm flying out next Saturday. So
I knew that was coming up. So here, let's make Kai really big. We want him larger than life. There we go.
Oh boy.
So I got this working at home, and now I've got Studio 2 up and running, which is perfect.
Yeah, and the S isn't even crooked.
Yeah. Here, I want to hear you over here so I can. Wow, who's crooked? Are you still giving me crap about my freaking M that's out of alignment, or my S?
Well, the M is out of line, the S is crooked. I mean,
oh my lord. You know if
have you ever heard of the thing called a level? You know, it can also be used for a straight edge. You know, they come in various.
So that's good. When I hear it on the stream, it's sounding fine.
Of course, it sounds fine because it's me talking.
There you go. Yeah, that's the problem with having above speakers, and I could turn those off here. I can do this. I could do this right like that. That's a little bit better. Anyway, because everything has to be balanced through the mixer, so you're looking basically to get, all right, you don't have software to do it, so you're trying to figure out, all right, can I get my voice equal with Kai's voice? Here, I'm going to turn and then
your voice will never be equal as my voice.
With
it's always a foot below mine.
I know I've got to enhance mine so I can sound good. So if I talk with Kai, I can compete.
Yeah.
All right. That's my good
one. Can you speak up?
You what?
Can you speak up? I can't hear you down there.
You can't hear me down here because I'm too. See, this is my conscience right here, and here, let's put him where he belongs, right here. Let's put him right there. Oh, we're gonna have a little bit of fun, but it'll be good. Like I said, there's gonna be some technical fun, but it's okay. Anyways, I spent all day yesterday dinking around at school, and I worked here yesterday.
It's the weirdest thing. Okay, you'll never see a classroom decorated like you do here in Germany.
I'm not allowed to because the fire marshal says that thing right there cannot take up more than 50% of the wall because of fires. You know what? Can you tell me? Actually, can anybody get on Google right now and tell me the last time there was a fire in a school, period, that threatened anybody's life? And the answer to that is no. It doesn't. these buildings are made with nothing in them. They're concrete and steel and plasterboard with really cheap carpet. There's nothing to burn except for my new. That's the sticker. I'm so proud of that. My New York skyline right there and the Statue of Liberty. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, but fire code says.
Kids are going to come in here and go, "Oh, that was awesome. Whoa, you did such a good job on that. Did you paint that?" What I should have done is made.
Yeah, and then you're going to get some pyromaniac in your classroom. He's going to light that thing on fire. And then you know exactly why it couldn't take up more than 50% of your wall.
What I need to do is put up the Berlin Wall is what I need to put up over there. I need to put that picture that Kai sent me of him standing guard.
Just start setting center blocks. Center blocks don't burn.
I'm going to blow that picture up. You can do it now. Amazon's got a service where you can just send them a picture. I'm going to do a life-size picture and just put it on my wall right back here.
Well, you know, so you get it to scale. I'm 7 foot, so you know.
Well, we're just gonna have your waist start like right here and just your legs, and then we'll have camera 2, which will be stacked, and we'll have to like change cameras to see the top half versus the bottom half.
Well, Sunrise got a good point. Your kids ain't gonna say nothing. They're gonna be too damn busy staring at Snapchat and TikTok.
Well, I should start a TikTok channel too. Life and times of. I was going to do one with my dog, like everybody else is doing, but once again, I'll be late for the dog party.
Yeah, no, Snapchat and TikTok are not really my thing right now.
Well, they're
Not for what happened.
they're hard to do. I thought about TikTok and I'm like, you actually have to edit a TikTok video just like you edit a regular video, and it's there's really good work out there, and you'd have to like compare it to somebody freaking dancing funny. So I'm just not funny. About
2 weeks before my daughter came down with her diagnosis,
Yeah.
my friend's daughter, and the whole Snapchat thing.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I'm passing on that right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I agree.
Don't need any of that in my life.
No, and I'm with you on that. The social media thing, and then now you've literally got a Supreme Court. I have no idea how this is going to come down for what I do, but the Supreme Court has basically come down on the side of the Snapchat people, meaning that you can cry and whine and complain. Ooh, did we lock? Oh no, you can cry, whine, and complain all you want as long as it's outside of the school boundaries, and then you become, protected under the First Amendment. So at that point, you can bully, I guess. So I guess everybody gets bullied. Kai kind of bullies me.
We all get bullied.
Huh?
We all get bullied, especially Sunrise Water Media. just ask him; he'll tell you.
And
I bully his ass all the time.
I'm speaking for Sunrise now. The bullying must stop, Kai, and it needs to stop now.
Yeah, fat chance.
Oh,
He's
man.
profiting of it. His most watched video is the one where he punted my damn controller. Oh no, his second most popular video.
He's going to get 100,000 views of kicking your controller. He's got a sticker. They have sunglasses now, Kai. They've actually got sunglasses you can put your logo on. It's not ending.
No, but I did order more stickers, so I just got them on Friday.
There we go.
So got another stack of.
All right, there's his sticker. Oh man, he's the king of stickers right now.
Dude, that outfit I'm working with is phenomenal.
Well, I mean, look at your hat. That you got the best hat ever. Once he got his hat, I'm like, I'm not freaking gonna. I can't compete with the. I got to go buy.
California hat, really?
It's Colorado. You worse. My wife brought it back from one of her girl trips, so it's a girl hat too, by the way. Here, what I needed.
Back in the day, to come back was a coffee mug, and it said something like, "My wife went to Colorado, and all she brought me back was this lousy mug." You're not even worth a coffee mug anymore.
Now I got a T-shirt from Lake Havasu this year. The year before, I got an Estes Park. Year before that, I just bring back beer mugs.
You're not even, you don't even get a T-shirt anymore.
Well, I've got 2 T-shirts. It's the end of the party T-shirt. Like, oh man, we got to go home. I guess we better do something for your husband. Yeah, no kidding. T. Yeah, I seem to have a bully target on my back. Yes.
Yeah, it's on his back, but it's not up there. It's more on the lower end. It says something like "kick me."
The only way I can accessorize is by changing my glasses colors. I buy the Chinese glasses. So if I want to look more like peering into your soul, I put these on. If I want to kind of get a little bit more funky, I can put these on right here.
You want to go there? We'll go there.
I actually found just recently some new sunglasses. I'm going to get the ones
Where
that
did
fit
you
over the
find them?
top.
On the sidewalk? For the longest time, our supply of sunglasses came from the bottom of the river.
Oh, well, it's the best place to find them.
No, we would go scuba diving in the river after the weekend of floating. The guys floating down the river.
It's like, look, honey,
You'd be
look at
surprised.
the fish.
You'd be surprised the amount of things and the variety of things that you will find at the bottom of the river.
Look, honey, look at the
Some
fish.
of these things you think somebody might miss them. I mean, we found sunglasses, we found wallets. Okay, shoes. Okay, I can see where any of that falls out of your tube without you noticing right away. We found T-shirts, we found gun frames and cannonballs. Then we found the T-shirt that said in big old letters, "This thing is huge." And it was referring to the closet size in some apartment building that's near the river.
This thing is huge. Oh,
But then, we start finding like bikini tops. And you think, somebody might miss those, right?
well, you do backflips off the bridge into the river.
You do that in a bikini all the time?
Well, personally, I don't lose my bikini top. Usually you find unopened cans of beer and soda.
And what really had me curious when we found the bikini bottom. The topless thing, yeah, I get it. After a few beers, we'll get that. But bikini bottoms? And she must have been skinny little things, because that one, yeah, no.
I think of SpongeBob when I hear bikini bottoms. So maybe it's because my kids when they were little, I had to watch freaking hours and hours of SpongeBob. Bikini bottom. What the hell? I'm trying to. There's a adjustment that you can make over here in the settings. I'm just looking at the sounds and stuff. I'm just trying to tweak in. Let's see
No,
here.
don't go tweaking me now.
Tweak it now. Well, I'm not going to twerk and tweak. You can actually set up the audio like where it will cancel out noise. I don't know what's better. That's automatic adjustment, microphone, noise cancellation. There.
Oh, I need to change microphones here. Hold on.
Oh,
Let me
yeah.
try. Yeah. All right, now
That's interesting.
noise cancellation, auto default. There we go.
Let's see here, please. Yeah. So I just adjusted the microphone default. So I'm just looking to see what it did to the NDI number. You guys are making it really difficult for me to concentrate on this job. He's working. Oh, that's good.
Who's concentrating on what?
Yeah. Why are you concentrating on anything? It's Sunday. Oh, here, there we go. So
He's been a busy beaver. He's been designing logos for everybody in the uncle.
yeah, well, he's gifted and talented. So he's like a
Sunrise, I still want a copy of that gift that you made about the fun. Yeah, I now have my own gift. Be jealous.
Oh man. What is that man behind the curtain? What is that right there? I love this. Look at that.
Let your skirt back down. This is a family.
The magic.
This is a family channel.
The magic.
No lifting the skirt.
Oh man. In this studio, my CPU only grinds at 7%. It's amazing when you have an i7 processor versus an i0.
Well, the one at school is actually electric, where the one at home still on steam.
Well, I'm actually thinking about.
You wouldn't have half the problems if you get up a little early in the morning and shovel coal.
I'm actually thinking about getting a on Amazon, just at home, just having a desktop.
You can't put audio on a GIF, can't you?
Do you think I should upgrade?
You always should upgrade.
Well,
You need to upgrade.
I need to my wife needs to upgrade is what she needs to do.
I know I'll be upgrading when I come back.
Yeah. So how you doing? Are you doing
I'm
okay?
I'm gonna build a whole new desktop when I come back.
Are you doing okay though, Kai?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just been a turmoil.
Yeah.
You know, with my daughter's diagnoses and all
Right.
that shit.
And that's pretty. Like I said, it's a life-changing thing. So it's not something I take lightly for dang sure. That's why I ask. That's why I ask you if how you're doing, because it's. I think when I was going through the stuff that I was just a kid. I mean, like I'm in my 20s, and my mom basically dropped that on me, and she's like, yeah, this is happening. And I remember being in the hospital, and I remember because she had surgery right away, and this was many years ago. And to put some kind of context to it, I mean, she's been living with this stuff for 30 years right now. So, and through that whole time, there's been changes in technology, and so it is what it is as far as, and it's not, and none of that is easy. Nothing.
Yeah, they're still trying to figure out the extent of the damage.
Yeah.
They are going to put in a port here in the next week or two,
Oh,
and then they're going to start chemo.
wow, bang. That's fat. Yep. Yep. They just, it is not It is not it's not a simple thing. Everybody's different. And, like I said, they have to determine, well, what's the extent? What is, what do we're, is it surgical? Where is it surgical? And then after they take care of surgery, and chemo and all the other things they do, then they have to, continually PET scan you all the time to determine, whether things are progressing or not. So it's not easy. It's constant. So you think about what, what you feel, I always think about, what, I couldn't imagine.
Well, the real question right now is how, they're doing DNA testing to see how susceptible she is to cancer.
Right.
And then they're going to determine from there as to how much they're going to cut.
Right. And that's and then you're a female, and I mean, it's just like, the world ends. So,
Well, then that's the thing, she still wants to have kids at some
Right.
point. So
yep.
the cancer is covered by insurance, but the whole fertility thing is not.
Yeah. Nope.
So
Just here. I've got your, I'm just checking. I'm just changing the bit rate. There we go. You see how small you got? How fast you got small?
you bit me.
Yep. And it's better now. All right. I just lowered on Skype. I just lower or on, and you're messing around with OBS. Remember, you lower the bit rate on the source coming in, and your video cleaned up big time. I had a little bit of a delay, and now it looks perfect now. When you're talking, your mouth. So when you watch the recording, it's gonna be a little off. So that fixed it. All right. Because
He fixed me.
I fixed you.
Wow.
But that's not bad. That's free. That's Skype right there, man. What do you think? What do you think StreamYard's doing? They're not giving you much more than that, as far as they're bringing in that bit rate, the lowest as it can possibly go.
Well, StreamYard is a convenience thing right now.
Right, and that's
I'm going to hold on to it for my
Right.
trip.
yeah. I'm
Now,
gonna keep it. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it too until
as
you get
far
back.
as my live stream goes from Germany, there might be a little hoopla with that because I'm going to be extremely limited
Yeah,
on
busy.
data.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then you got the data thing. Um,
And international data is not the cheapest thing in the world. So
are
I
you
might have to do the live stream from my parents' house because I can tap into Wi-Fi there.
well? Can you tap into like a coffee shop's Wi-Fi? That's another way of doing it.
Yeah, but those coffee shops gonna be closed. So
Oh. Oh, are they? Oh, crap! I didn't even think about that. Nothing's. Is everything closing down again?
no, I mean by the time I'll be there to do the live stream to where anybody here can possibly watch it,
I get you.
it'll be evening hours.
I see what you're saying. I see.
There's a 7-hour time difference that we're gonna have to
That's
deal with.
right. That's right. What's the? I'm trying to think of what the best time would be. You'd have to go. Yeah, you'd have to go extremely
If
late. You'd have to go at like midnight or 1.
if I want to do it at the 5:30 time that I usually do it here, that'll be 12:30 or 30 minutes after midnight over there.
Right. Yep. It
So
is.
it'll be a bit earlier in the day.
I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna try to that thing over here. Just this other computer over here is just all right, just messing around because I just trying to get that thing to. Anyway, I think it's time to we can cut her off. That's not bad though. I think we'll have to definitely chat about setting up, your stream because there's a lot of cool ways to do it. This was just a goofy way of where, you could put frames around people and I like the black background. I like it just like this. It's easy. We'll get you a green screen.
Why would I need a green screen when I have my wall? I mean,
You don't. Actually it's a green screen's a pain in the ass. It's extra headache. Is what it turns out to be.
if I
So
if I get when I come back and finally get the tonneau cover for my truck, then I can put the stuff back in the back truck that belongs there. That's right now sitting on my couch back here.
I, speaking of trucks, I think I'm going to start a business of putting on those tonneau covers. Oh man, I just got another little project. Somebody's like, "Hey, will you help me put that on?" I'm like, "They're really easy."
Well, the one that I'm looking at is going to be real easy because it doesn't have but 4 clamps.
Right. Yeah. Did you get that one? I thought you already ordered that.
I haven't ordered it yet because it would arrive while I'm gone.
Ah, that's right. That's right. You said that. Yeah, because the one that there's a neighbor of mine. Her husband just passed like about a month ago, and she's trying to do things now, and you just used to having all the help. So she's like, "Yeah, will you help me?" Because she's like, "I got this cover. It's still in the box, um, and I know that you have the same size truck as me. Will you help me put that on?" I'm like, "Yeah, no problem. They're easy." And I went over there yesterday to help her put it on, and she had bought the 6'6" length one and she's got the 5'8" box. So I'm like, you gotta have to return that. So we caught it just in time, and that's the miracle of Amazon once again. Amazon's like, no problem, just drop it off at UPS, and we'll give you a refund. And I love Amazon. Amazon's so easy to use.
Well, I've you know my old bed had the 6'4" bed. This new one has the 6'4" bed, but I changed body styles. I went from
Right.
the classic to the new body style,
Yeah.
and there's a difference in width.
Did you get
The
your
length is the same, just a different in width.
Did you get the light thing figured out?
There's a short. There's a short in my truck,
Um,
and it's not in the driver's seat.
wow.
It's actually in the visors themselves.
So,
Apparently, the shop changed out the visors, was visors from another truck, and
oh,
everything worked fine. And unfortunately, the visors from the other truck were the wrong color, so they had to put mine back in and order new ones, and it'll be whenever they come in, because
so that's another thing.
obviously, they have to be on back order.
So Kai's had, how many times have they returned that? Like 6 times. Kai keeps
What?
like driving 20 miles to, it's longer than that, isn't
Oh
it?
no, that you mean the freaking rental car thing?
Oh yeah, the rental truck debacle.
Yeah. So I go in, I drop off the truck. They know they're gonna fix it. I sit there for 2 hours and like, oh, we got it fixed. Well, it's just a fuse. Okay. I jump in my truck, start heading. I hadn't even got out of New Braunfels yet, and the damn thing's already busted again. So I turn around, call them back, and say, hey, that thing is still broke. And then, okay, we're gonna keep it, and we'll get you a loaner. So I jump in the loaner. It's got a freaking flat tire and no gas in it. I'm like, okay, that's not gonna work. Well, he's like, I'll get you another truck. So half an hour later, we finally have another truck. I drive it off the lot, and they tell me you can only drive it for 50 miles a day, which it's 25 miles just get from the shop back to my house. So I've got a vehicle, and I can go to a grocery store and back, but really, I'm pretty much limited to where I can go because I don't know for how long I'm gonna have this blessed truck.
Right.
And to work is only like 2.5 miles, so that's no big deal. But so I'm home, sitting here watching TV. Guy calls me. We ran a little snafu here. I'm like, what is it? Well, the truck that we gave you to drive till your truck's fixed, we sold it. We need you to bring it back. I'm like, seriously? Really? Yeah, that was a blue bonnet. And so
You've had
I jump in the truck,
adventures.
drive back up to New Braunfels. And that's all, on Saturday. I drive back up to New Braunfels. I drive to a different lot and get a different truck. He just throws me keys, here, go. And it still has the damn price tag on the windshield because it's a used truck.
Uh-huh.
Half the windshield blocked. I'm like, I'm not driving around with this until you get that damn sticker off. Completely filthy on the inside. They took the window tint on the front doors off, but they left the freaking glue on the window.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, it's like trying to look through like the bathroom windows, the all
Yeah.
obscured glass.
That's what
Yeah.
that's what I've learned from glass guys. I've got a glass experience going on right now. If a story for a different time for my, yeah. So, yep. And it's tinted. They're tinted glass, not for my truck, but for my house. I got this big window, picture window. And when we bought the house back in 2003, had a guy, because it's hot. It was hot as a mother fricker in that living room. We had a guy come in and tint it, and they can't take the tint off to match the new panels that they need to put up there because I've had like 50 bird strikes. I actually have a bird mark that's like sideways in. I'm going to take a picture of that before. But same thing. It's the you can't take the tint off because the glue stays on. Then you have to chemical wash it to get the glue off. So
Yep.
there you go. That's oh my Lord. You're not even done with the story yet.
No, I just at that point I just drive back home. I parked this truck, and luckily I only had to use it for like 2 more days. And then they called me and like, your truck is done, but it's not fixed. Like, okay, how the hell does that work?
How can it be done and not fixed?
Oh no, better yet, on Sunday. So on Saturday I went through all that rigmarole. On Sunday I get a freaking phone call, and there's like, you're gonna get a survey, and we need you to give us 10 out of 10 on that survey. I'm like, my truck is in your shop right now being fixed. Do you seriously think I'm going to give you 10 out of 10 at this point?
I didn't know Banggood was selling trucks now. Will you do
She's
a
like,
review
well,
for it too?
I'm sure we'll get your truck fixed pretty quick, but we still need you to give us 10 out of 10.
We used to.
I'm still going to go up there and have me a little meeting with their general manager because
Yeah, that's bad. That's a really terrible story. That's a lengthy. Think about how much time you've had to take. Phone calls, trips for something that, they know they have to fix. I mean, anyway.
well, they couldn't even look at the truck the day I picked it up because their service department was already closed.
When
But I mean, it's a minor thing, okay? It's the freaking
Right.
makeup lights, and there's 2 map lights in the center console that don't work. But if you open up the door, the inside lights do come on, so it's not like I'm sitting in the dark or anything.
There's no such thing as a small problem when it comes to that kind of stuff. They're all big because you need your vehicle. It's not like an expendable thing. It's, an expense that's a necessary expense. I I
But
just,
I do love my new truck. I mean,
well, yeah, it's,
it is definitely a step up.
yeah, the body style, isn't the body style a little different from the same,
Yeah,
those 2
it's
years?
been
Yeah.
yeah, it's been upgraded a little bit, and yeah, my last one was a 19 Classic, so this one is the new, and it's actually a Lone Star edition.
You
Go
put your,
figure. I bought a truck that's a Lone Star edition.
it's the Lone Star edition. I was going to sing
In
like
any other state, it's called the Bighorn. In Texas, it's called the Lone Star edition.
here it is. This is the picture I want to share with you really quick. I don't know if I can, I don't have a, let's see where I can put it here. I got to add, so I got to add, this was not, what's nice about, OBS is you can do a quick here. I mean, do a window capture really quick. Let's see here. Not that one. We don't want that one. We want a different window. Here, let me get this other one here. I just got to choose it. This is just a, let's see if photos. There we go. Save that. There we go. So that right there is my new truck
It's
right
not.
there.
It's not a leak. It's just the truck. It's marking its territory.
Yeah, that's the puddle I saw when I got back from California after driving freaking 1,000 miles. Oh, that little blue freaking filter was barely on. It was on, but I mean, it was still attached, meaning the oil was still filtering. My gosh.
Well,
That
one
was,
thing
you
about it,
think your story's bad. If that would have freaking went full Monty, that would have been a disaster.
one thing about it, that oil filter on my truck is from the top.
Well, oh, it does,
It's sitting
really?
in the top of the engine.
Oh, that's actually cool.
It's actually a filter cartridge. It's not a whole thing that you screw on there.
Yeah,
They just pull a little shaft out, pull the filter off, put another one on, and
that's
they go.
that's so smart. Almost all of them are going to the cartridge because then you don't waste the metal all the time. And tractors have been, if you're, I don't know if big over the road diesels have been that way, but it's not a new concept to, use just a filter. Because when I used to change oil filters for tractors when I was a kid, it was a cartridge that came out and then you just unscrewed. The old ones were like that. And the paper filter
Okay.
went on and they put the metal housing back on and screwed it on. The International harvester
Hang on
tractors
for
were like
just a
that.
second. Woody just got here. And Woody,
Woody!
thank you for your donation. And there's a couple others in here that I know donated to my daughter's GoFundMe. Um, she's getting some money together. She's doing, I think now the next thing is going to be a virtual garage sale or something where people have donated stuff that she's going to be selling.
Do we
But
have
yeah, no, thank you to all those that did contribute. I appreciate it very, very, very much.
let's see here. Let's see if I can find that. Let's see. I want to see if I have the, can you put the link on that chat for that one? If you have not done it.
I can't get it in there.
I'm doing a quick look for that. Let's see here. I'm trying to find the freaking trying to find I found the app. That's not I'm looking for the website. I don't know why it doesn't just come up. But if somebody could do that, put the link on there for the specific one.
I got it.
There we go. Please do that. But that's the link right there. Here, now I can click on it. That's another thing I like about this. I can get on now. I can go right to it. There it is, right there. And like I said, the GoFundMe is, the only thing I don't like about GoFundMe is they take percentages. But You know, there's not a lot that's a service, so that's the crappy thing about these. But they do provide a lot of assistance for people, and it makes an easy avenue to share and help. So
Well, yeah, it doesn't matter how far she is away from the target. I think the target is not really a has to, but
right.
you know, we're grateful for anything at this point.
Right, because it's not a small thing, it's a big thing. And it is a life-changing event. It is not something that is not a it's not something that goes away real fast. It basically hangs with you. So, all
You know,
right.
the best you can hope for is to be in or remission and for it to stay there.
Here's that right here. Here's another. Is that the same? Yeah, that's the one right here. I'm just looking. Well, that's the same link. Why is my link different than your link?
Because my link is bigger.
So anyways, there's my link. Let's see. I'm going to click on it. I just want to see where it goes. Yeah, it goes to the same place. How can they be different links? Anyway, so, all righty. But thanks for sharing that. On a lighter note, let's do this really quick while you're here. I want your opinion on this one. So let's go and open this up right here. I'm going to add, just go to this right there. Let's see, save that. Now this right here, let me just make you small. I'm gonna have to make you small for a minute. Up there. This is a drone story, and I'm not trying to be a drone story person. I just thought it was interesting, and I thought I'd share it. But it is basically a recent attack by drones. Now, this is not something that's new. They call it kamikaze drone. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
Well, it's probably the media trying to hype it a bit.
Yeah, and okay, it's an aircraft basically loaded with explosives. We call those guided missiles. So
Yeah.
to call it a
And
drone,
there's nothing new about that.
no. So it's a missile, basically. And to call it a drone means, hey, it was an airplane for a while and then it crashed on purpose. And to say it's a kamikaze, it's suicidal. It's stupid. It's a stupid analogy. But it's
Well,
scary.
if you want to come down to it, 9/11 was a kamikaze attack.
Well, right, it was. It was a kamikaze attack. In a different language, I guess. But I thought that was interesting, and it's amazing that an attack. This is actually a nation making war with another nation. I don't know whose ship they basically hit. It's an oil tanker, but they basically are using. They're guided. They're not unguided. They're using guided weapons, and like they call it a drone is stupid. This is it right here. That's a version of what they look like.
Well, here's the thing: a drone cannot commit suicide.
It can't. No, it can't. There it is right there.
Well, no. In order to have a suicide, you have to have a human involved.
Yeah.
So kamikaze is a suicide mission. Well, they're just overhyping shit.
The flying wing. Wow. Look behind Kai right now.
There's 3 of them.
Yeah,
Here,
let's see here.
get out.
Let me see.
Oh.
Do these look the
Get out of the
same?
way.
Do these look the same? I'm going to put him right there. Let me see. Wing flyer. Do you think he just lost control? Or he had some kind of a guidance issue right away, maybe a failure of the wing, and it just happened to hit a oil tanker?
I mean, it's a cheap way to deliver an explosive.
Yeah. So there, look at that. This is the crazy thing, is that's a military photo soon after. So we're already watching this crap, and this shows you that this is like,
Oh, we got a bunch of foam spread on deck. Oh no.
that's
Oh,
crazy.
looks like it charged something or burned something. Is that a hole?
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is not a small. This is not. Look at that.
Oh, they
Now
put
that's
some
an
into
arm.
it.
That's a steel deck. So this is not a drone, guys. If I took a if I took a commercial drone, okay, any of them, the nicest one, okay, and I flew it as fast as I could into a steel deck, it would not do that.
No, but you tie a couple of claymores underneath the wing and land it on the deck and blow it. Yeah, it'll tear a hole like that.
Well, it's just it penetrated the steel.
Yeah.
And
I
that's
mean, you take about 3 claymores under a wing and just
a big
the
freaking
only thing you need is a way to detonate it, and I mean, you've already got the electronics on board.
that's just crazy. In businessinsider.com, that's where this came from. The images I have are coming from CENTCOM. So there you go. They obviously want people to know. That's a lot of damage. That's a freaking explode. Look at that. These are penetrations from something that's inside the explosive, because these are holes that were created by
Yeah,
objects
that's
within
some kind of mine.
right. You
But
see the little holes? Those are all projectiles.
shrapnel. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's just crazy. But yeah, I think the crazy thing, calling it a drone strike. Well, I don't, what's the difference between a drone and a guided missile? And the answer is, one is made for military purposes and to destroy things. It's made to destroy a target, and the other ones, drones are not made for that. They're made light. They're made to hover a long time. They're made for performance.
So
they're,
a claymore mine weighs 3.5 pounds.
and then they had to detonate it somehow.
Well, you've already gotten. I mean, you can put that on a switch.
Right. But you have to have a control. The thing is,
Why do you have to have a control?
I don't know. I guess you could program it to, just, I'm sure they have. This is a nation so a nation state can pretty much do anything they need it to do. I mean, this country is also, building nuclear weapons. So yep, interesting. I came across that one just happenstance today, and I was like, oh wow, it's pretty interesting. So, all right. Okay.
I mean, there's nothing new about the principle of it. Calling it kamikaze just makes it more colorful for a
Right.
headline.
The words drone and
And
kamikaze. Let's use
guided
both of those
missiles.
words. Let's
What
try to hype it
worries
up,
me
make it as
more?
bad as possible.
What concerns me more are those things that have the AI in it to where they can determine their own targets, like the Libyans. I think it was the Libyans that used that.
Yeah.
Or they used it on the Libyans? No, it was the Turkish that used it on somebody.
The Turks are a technological power too. They're not a second, they've got good science people. I mean, it's not like they're throwing sticks and rocks, substandard compared to Kai's engineering. Yes, they were referring to the this look at the swept wing though. That's made to go fast. This is not something meant to go slow. That is a very steep angle. So that thing, and just for that to fly, it has to go 300 miles an hour at least.
I mean, the Air Force is already entertaining more drones because they want to have people in within enemy fire. So
Interesting. I just like
they
I said,
don't
I
want to
ran
lose
into
their
that one.
pilots. They're gonna go more, unmanned in the future.
Woody says the biggest use for drones in the UK is dropping drugs in the prisons.
Same thing
Oh,
here. Same thing here.
taking and then doing visual reconnaissance of illegal crossings. That's the other big for news agencies and federal governments. Tracking and FLIR positioning people running through the desert.
I saw somebody post on Facebook today their ticket that they got for flying in national park.
Oh
They
boy,
want $130.
$130.
$100 ticket, $30 admin fee.
Well, they were in the park.
Apparently so, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's just not fun sometimes. It just gets draining. The the stuff. And I listened to a really good. I should put the video. I should put the link up. Maybe I'm sure I have it. Here, let me just look for the link. But I haven't been very good at finding anything today. Be quite honest. But there was a good video that I watched. That let me just look at my history here and see if I can find it. Yeah, this guy right here. Here, let me just put the link up to it. But this one, that's all he deserves is gets a link. But this one is a pretty good interview with an FAA guy. It talks about the VLOS and classifications for sub 250. It's pretty new, and the guy's actually pretty. He really. I like to hear the people that work there and how they're thinking. And he even looked at the relationship between the FAA and say like a private entity. Our park is not a private; it's another federal bureau. They're not tight, so when FAA says something and this federal bureau says something, it doesn't mean that they work together. So they just go, well, they said this and they made it more complicated, but we're not going to have any meetings about this. You're just going to have to figure it out.
Well, I know there's a judgment against national parks on the no-fly.
Right.
They got to make it to where you can get permits.
Yeah. And then they just don't give them to you.
Not going with that judgment. That court was pretty adamant about it.
Yeah. This is
I don't know if it was Supreme Court that got involved with that or not, but I like to think it was.
Yeah, it was. That's and then on it's a VLOS, and they talked about classifications. He also talked about remote ID. It was pretty good. It was alien drones or something. The guy's interview. But I thought it was pretty good. It's 30 minutes. It wasn't really extensive, but it was helpful at trying to. I always like to read I want to read the demeanor of the FAA, and they're pretty laid back. I mean, laid back in the way that they're going to take on the problems that are really problems, and they're not going to take on things that are still unclear, which is helpful. It's helpful, and and it did chase a lot of people out of the hobby. I will blame regulations for putting a damper on the drone hobby. I will blame that for sure. It scared a lot of people, and I think a lot of the problems we're having right now with the loss of revenue companies are basically probably seeing, and just a slowdown of the, besides COVID, there's, you put all those things together, you get technological caps where we basically run into a ceiling of technology. You get over-regulation, and then you get COVID throwing on that. And that's what we're seeing. That's why we're sitting here talking about drones and not talking about drones, So, and that's my feeling on that. But I think that's it. I think I'm done, Kai. It's getting late. It's 4:45 right now. I think I'm out of here.
Well, you gotta get ready for work tomorrow.
Yeah, I got to get up, and I don't see any kids tomorrow, but I got to deal with all the formality stuff.
Now the fire marshal's gonna come and tell you to tear half the shit back off your
Exactly,
wall.
they will. I did make sure that I don't have over 50% of my wall covered. So that's about a fifth. I did a mechanical, I did a well-educated, mathematical calculation in my head. And that's, if I moved it over to the edge of the wall.
You did a mathematical
it would only be
equation in your head.
Engineering. It would be a third. It covers a third of that wall only. So just fireproof spray everything. How about just leaving me the F alone? How about that? How about just starting right there? How about just enjoying the Statue of Liberty in New York City and the Empire State Building and just stay the frick away from me? Let me do stuff that's positive. Overregulate
Speaking
me.
of Empire State Building, didn't some yodel crash his drone into World Trade Center 7 the other day?
The World Trade Center. Some guy got his freaking drone stuck in between two panels and he'll never get it back. And it was 10 feet off the ground, just a little bit higher. It was a bad luck kind of hit. He was
flying sideways. That was the problem.
The obstacle avoidance doesn't work very good from the side. It'd be interesting. I don't know if it was a Mavic Air 2 or a 2S.
I think it was an Air 2S.
Yeah. Well, that's too bad for him. Because there's nothing that drone would do if he'd have flown it the proper direction. He could have flown through he's doing and even doing an orbit. How can you hit 1,000-foot building?
How can you get stuck in a cottonwood tree?
How can you get stuck in a flat panel glass building? It's called
how can you get stuck in a cottonwood tree?
It's impossible.
It's not like the damn thing jumps out in front of you.
It's nearly impossible to get stuck in a cottonwood tree. Impossible. And you know that the drone gods were trying to torture me. It had nothing to do with skill.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's true on many at many levels. I'm trying to cover up Skype right there with my head. There we go. Freaking Skype. They don't get any advertisement. Neither does any other freaking company that's taking $10 a month from me or thinking they can. I'm only working for free. All righty, Kai, I got to go, man. I got to get out of here. I'm done. I'm out of gas. What about you? You got anything planned for tonight?
Go fix Steve some dinner.
Yeah, actually, Steve will be hungry in 10 minutes. It's his dinner time at 5, and I've got to go do a video for my wife, actually. She's got me working again tonight. She's got an edit that I need to do on 3 video clips that she did with some kids reading. So I'm going to go home, and I'm going to put together a video. So,
yeah, you are going to make somebody a fine bitch someday.
Yeah, I am. And I'm gonna coach for free again this year, like I've done for 25 odd years. I don't coach for free. I coach for kids. Believe me, if I'm not getting something out of this thing, mentally, physically, spiritually. I
Some
get
do it for free, some do it for nothing. So
yeah, some do it for.
I guess at the end of the season, we'll find out which is
I'm
which
doing it
with
for
you.
both free and nothing. I enjoy it for sure. I'm excited, and it definitely will be. It will be. It makes Friday nights a lot of fun. I'm really excited for that. And I needed something else on Friday night other than sitting around
Hanging
watching
out with a
Ancient
bunch of
Aliens.
dudes talking about drones. I see how you are.
Well,
I
Ancient
see.
Aliens is what I usually look forward to, and then of course we know we got Oak Island coming up, season 10.
Yeah, but that's on Tuesdays, isn't it?
Oh, that's right, that is Tuesday. Oh, there goes Tech Tuesday.
I mean, I can change. No, it's after our stream.
You're lucky because there's no freaking way I would miss freaking. There's no way I would miss Ancient Aliens or. I'm actually
Well,
thinking.
there's something to be said about a DVR because then you can zap through the
Oh, cut
commercials.
it out. I'm actually getting rid of cable this year, so that's a whole nother story. I'm cutting it. Cable's getting cut. As soon as I can get on the phone, I'm gonna freaking say, I'm actually thinking about the new Skylink or whatever the crazy one by Elon Musk, the new one that's out. It's supposed to be like
don't.
amazing. So
You don't.
no,
You don't.
we don't want to go to. We don't want to support Elon the alien.
Nope.
Okay, so you don't. All right,
You know,
about that. I'm not questioning that.
I
'Cause you know about
remember a
this
time
stuff.
in my life when rich people only had to have freaking airplanes. These days, apparently, they all have to have rockets.
Yeah, rockets that look like phallic symbols. So
We try to shoot their ass out into space, and they keep coming back. We need to have a little chat with some engineers at those outfits.
my favorite one was the DeLorean? Was it with the
No, what's the
a
Tesla?
Tesla DeLorean? It was the Tesla with the guy that was freaking classic. Spaceman, and he's still going out now.
They're still transmitting him?
I don't know. It would be fun to get a transmission from somebody. Hey, has
They
anybody
were,
lost
they were
their
still,
child?
They were still showing him for a while.
I'm going to take out an ad on a milk carton that's going to have a picture of Elon Musk's guy. All right. I got to cut it. I'm sweating, man. The air conditioning button, it's an override button, and it's way over there across the room, and it's freaking getting hot in here because obviously they keep the air conditioning off in these buildings. Thank God the electricity works, so I can siphon off the I should start a crypto mining business in here, shouldn't I? All right. But thanks for popping in. It seems like we got success here. I'm really happy with the Skype stream. That's pretty good. And it looks like I got the audio straightened out. If I just keep my source buttons right where they're equal, it seems like it's balancing out the sound pretty good. So not bad. All right, guys.
Well,
We did okay. We had a couple of little pop. See right there where my rant ended. Let's see, 30 minutes in. Let me see. I just want to send people went, oh shiz, I'm leaving this thing. This freaking stream blows. Let's see, 2:30 to 3. Oh wow, everybody was just loving the rant, and then it went downhill from after the rant. Went down to 6, and I'm just looking through. Very good though. It's still fun. It was still fun chatting and hanging out. Don't know if I'll be there Tuesday yet. I just don't know because it depends on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I've got practice right after school, but the practice is later in the day. So I'm going to try to work it out where I go home. I can spend some time on the stream. It just depends on when I work with the kickers and the special teams guys, and I can go later in practice too. I don't have to be there right at the beginning, so I have to figure out how to work it out, and I'm going to make a regular routine so I can pop in and say hi and then
I'm gonna be on Tuesday, 5:30 Central, 4:30 your time.
okay. And like I said, I'll work it out. It's best if you have me on. But
And we've got a few things to talk about.
okay.
Few new things come out.
Oh,
Fat Shark came out was a Scout HD.
oh, I did get a notification. So they got an HD version of the Scout. So that's actually interesting news. So that's a good lead in too. You have to get some information, see if we can determine whether they're going to meet somebody's got to beat DJI at their game with the goggles and get the prices. Well, the price ain't going to come down. It's going to be the same.
Well, we did get some good news and the DJI thing. They're no longer going to encrypt their cameras, so Runcam's camera does work with the DJI Vistas.
It could be a
And
good or
they're-
bad thing. That'll be interesting discussion because they could be doing it because they're letting go, or they're doing it because they're trying to sell more Vistas, you know. And
Well, there was a whole shitstorm. Um, what's the guy in Britain? He came out on a live stream and he said basically that CADX had said we're gonna put an encryption chip on the cameras to where no aftermarket's gonna work.
right.
And that kicked off a shitstorm. And a couple days later, CADX come out and said, "Yeah, on second thought, we're not going to do that."
Because
And
the polar the I keep saying it, but I'm definitely the flying season for me is even though I'm going to be busy is still coming up. The cold months are the easiest times for me to fly. I can fly any time of the day. It's just easier. It's nicer. I don't like to be freaking dying of heat stroke while I'm trying to, look at my screen or wear whatever I'm doing. It just sucks to fly in the heat. And I haven't flown any FPV in a long time, and I'm getting the need to do it because it feels good. I like to fly. I just like to fly FPV. And I just don't know. It's kind of like you need the perfect storm for me, but I want to do it with a new drone. So, or definitely a new FPV quad. So I haven't found the perfect one. There's some good ones out there, but I definitely want that new camera, whatever it is, on it.
there's a couple new arrivals too. So
You got the Croc 5. I like that. That's interesting. The one, the heavy duty version of it, they call it the freestyle version. That
yeah,
is
we'll talk about it more on
yeah,
Tuesday.
I agree. So anyway, good call. Because I could just freaking extend it another half hour and
Yeah,
maybe.
let's chit chat about that on
Yep,
Tuesday.
sounds like a good thing. All right, man. We'll see you later, Kai. Take it easy. Have
I'll
a
see
good
you
one.
later.
Thanks for
Have a good
popping in.
one.
I appreciate you helping me out, like I always do.
It's been fun.
All righty, man. Later.
Thanks for having me. Later.
Bye. All right. Interesting. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna cut the stream here. We'll just I like the freeze frame. That's actually kind of interesting. All right. But later, we'll see you. Have a good Sunday, rest of your Sunday. If you joined us, I appreciate it. Thank you. And Tuesday for Tech Tuesday. And I have no idea. Probably not going to be a Friday stream. Not that I know of yet. If I leave town or not, I have no idea whether I'm jumping on the bus this week. I might do a stream. We'll see. Later and bye. Dead random. And right there, the man, Kai.
making amends. No waking up beside you and holding you till we forget it all. How could I know there was no second chances? Like dominoes, my life got really scattered. You couldn't keep the door shut, and now the frostbite's creeping in. 'Cause I've been stone cold since you left me here, so come